Stations of KUAM, proud sponsor of the 12th Festival of Pacific Arts, Guam 2016. What we own, what we have, what we share, united voice of the Pacific.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E.
KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia for over 75 years. Matson Navigation, proud sponsor of Festback 2016. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. Pacific Solar, and Chuck E. Cheese's Guam, where all games are just one token.
They're paid for, but several buses have been sitting idle since last year.
Details from a forum held over the weekend on the possibility of the FSM cutting ties with the U.S.
And we've got new developments to report regionally on the Zika virus. If you're joining us on Guam or anywhere in the world right now on our YouTube live stream, Hafade, and thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Jason Salas alongside Sabrina Salas-Matanani, and they have been on Guam since last year, collecting dust.
Our Issa Baza joins us with more on mass transit buses that have ran into some major roadblocks.
A fleet of vehicles at the Guam Regional Transit Authority remain idle months after they were acquired by the agency. Here's more on the holdup. It's a $700,000 investment that's gone idle.
The vans were obtained using federal grants that were that the agency had received. Gosh, I believe it was like about 6 years ago.
According to Committee on Transportation Chair Senator Tom Atta, 11 paratransit vans and 4 buses were finally acquired by the agency last year.
The problem is that now they need additional funding to hire drivers to be able to operate the buses.
GRTA currently utilizes roughly 11 buses that often have mechanical issues.
One of the biggest complaints with the service right now is the reliability of the service. And as to be expected, the buses are very old.
To get GRTA's newly acquired vehicles on the road, it needs to ask the governor's office for additional funding to hire drivers. Or, as Senator Atta recommends, GRTA could bid out an amended bus service provider contract, one that would procure bus drivers instead of buses.
Maybe instead of providing 15 vehicles to just provide 15 drivers, I would think that would be a lot less expensive to go. And also we'll be operating 15 more reliable vehicles. The vans that are available for the paratransit services should be adequate in number to possibly replace the old vehicles that are being used. The larger buses may not be, maybe just a little short in numbers.
However, they could be added to the existing fleet. Atta said aside from putting these vehicles to use, the bigger issue is the need for an overhaul of GRTA's bus service contract.
For the last 10, 12 years, it has been going on a month-to-month emergency procurement.
The last attempt at a competitive bid failed to be completed because bidders could not meet the requirement that they operate buses less than 5 years old. Atta hopes his suggestion to procure bus drivers is something the agency will look into this time around. However, GRTA Director Rick Augustine could not comment on the proposal, saying GRTA is currently undergoing a procurement process. Bree and Jason, back to you.
Thanks, Issa, for that report.
Now, what does the future hold between the Federated States of Micronesia and the United States? That is precisely the question that dozens of citizens of the FSM asked before a panel of their government officials over the weekend. Ken Quintanilla was there and has more.
I want to make something very, very clear. This resolution 19-155 is a draft resolution. That means it's not in reality yet.
It's a reality, however, many citizens of the FSM are having a hard time trying to imagine. Resolution 19-155 requests for the termination of the Treaty of Free Association between the U.S. and the FSM no later than 2018. During the forum over the weekend, Leo Falcom Jr., the FSM president's chief of staff, says if the entire compact is terminated, it will have an effect of benefits for FSM citizens.
Those effects are fairly far-reaching, especially when it comes to immigration, and those programs that our citizens can take advantage of when they're living abroad in the United States or its territories. So those are things that are being looked at very carefully because it does not mean necessarily that people start getting deported.
During the forum over the weekend, Leo Falcom Jr., the FSM president's chief of staff, says if the entire compact is terminated, it will have an effect of benefits for FSM citizens. Other questions range from political status, being a sovereign country, security, and federal funding. And speaking of funding, officials noted a bigger concern aside from the resolution is what happens in 2023, when the financial component of the compact is set to end. At this time, a trust fund that the U.S. and the FSM governments have been contributing to since 2004 will kick in. Former FSM ambassador to the U.S. Asterio Takisi says it might not be enough.
What we will receive from that account will not equal what we are receiving today from the U.S. grants. It will be short by approximately 30 to 40% of what we're receiving today. That is a serious deficit in terms of government services.
The officials noted the FSM does receive some economic assistance from foreign donors and bilateral partners. And while none of the FSM senators behind the resolution were present, Guam Senator Frank Bloss Jr. was and gave his support on finding ways to not only address concerns, but help build economies in the region.
My presence here is to tell you, is to show you that while here, your government here has just as much concern with it as your government at home. So you can rest assured.
Officials noted while the resolutions only request for the FSM president to terminate the compact, it would actually have to be mutually agreed by the U.S. and the FSM. That would also involve a plebiscite with the 4 island states of Yap, Pohnpei, Kosrae, and Chuuk. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintaniza.
Now, our camera crews were there, obviously, and we did record the entire forum. We'll show it at a later date.
A congressional delegation stopped in Guam over the weekend as part of a tour through the region. Here's more on their visit and what's next on their itinerary.
Congresswoman Madeline Bordallo and the chairman of the House Armed Services Committee Subcommittee on Military Readiness, Rob Whitman, were in Guam Saturday following a trip to Japan, South Korea, and the CNMI.
We had very productive meetings in Saipan as well as Tinian and talked mostly, the majority of the time, about the military buildup.
After touching down Saturday afternoon, Bordallo and Whitman immediately went into meetings with local leaders.
They want to make sure that our commitment continues on the rebalance, which means the movement of Marines here, the improvements that are taking place on base. They also had concerns too about other issues off base to make sure that we understand the impacts that these improvements have on local infrastructure, whether it's water systems, power systems, and make sure that we understand what our obligation is to see those things through for the government to uphold its obligations to make sure that those things are getting done.
They are obligations both Bordallo and Whitman believe will continue despite the election of a new president in November.
Sometimes there isn't continuity, even among military leaders and so forth, but I don't think this will happen. I think we're far into it, and it's so important, as the chairman said. We're out here, we're next door to China, we're next door to North Korea, and we are U.S. citizens, and they have a duty there to protect us and keep us safe.
And there are commitments that have been made on this that I believe whoever the next president is will abide by. I think anybody that comes in looking at the situation strategically in the Asia-Pacific sees the absolute need for the presence here, understands that this is the plan to create the presence, to get the proper dispersion of our forces here, to make sure that things that are going on in Guam continue. So it would be hard for me to imagine that anybody in the White House would walk away from that. Because then the question is what is the alternative? And there is not an alternative.
Following their trip to Guam, the delegates made their way to Hawaii to meet with leaders from Pacific Command.
Well, at least one case of the Zika virus has been confirmed in the Marshall Islands. Public health epidemiologist Dr. Robert Haddock says the agency is very concerned about the progression of cases across the Pacific, most recently in the Marshalls. Zika cases had previously been confirmed in Tonga and in American Samoa. The virus is suspected to cause birth defects when contracted by pregnant mothers. It raises concerns by local physicians, including Dr. Thomas Shea.
And the key here is to educate mothers too, is to make sure that if they go into areas with their endemic area, if they travel, to make sure to talk to the doctors. Even if you go to Yap or any other outer islands in Micronesia, we need to make sure that they protect themselves from mosquitoes.
Physicians on Guam are on alert for Zika and are urged to report any suspected cases to the Office of Epidemiology and Research.
The president of the Guam Memorial Hospital's medical staff and chairperson of the OBGYN department have written to Governor Eddie Calvo, pleading with him to stop the delay and expedite the process of renovations for the maternity ward. Funding was approved for the project close to 2 years ago, although there were concerns that the project could exceed the $7 million approved for borrowing. GMH assures they will stay within that limit.
Well, if you like commercials, you're going to be real happy because we are going to show a few while we take a break. We're back after this.
Stay connected to the world at home from everywhere you are. Get the KUAM News app for the latest in local news, videos, sports, streaming, Isla 63 AM, weather, and more. Available for free now at the iTunes App Store or Google Play.
Congratulations! Just won! I did!
You too can win in Calvo's Insurance Ride Your Dreams giveaway. If you are a Calvo's Insurance home or personal auto customer, you qualify to enter by texting LOYAL to 2015. And if you need an insurance quote, text quote to 2015 for a chance to win in our grocery giveaway. Thank you, Guam, for placing your trust in Calvo's. Insure with Calvo's today and ride your dreams to reality.
From Hawaii for the Department of Public Health and Social Services. My name is Tina. We're gathering information about the health of Guam residents.
Sure, I'd love to help out.
Over the next few months, you may receive a call on behalf of the Department of Public Health and Social Services asking you to participate in the Guam Behavioral Risk Factor Surveillance System Survey. It is the largest ongoing telephone health survey in the world. This is not a telemarketing scheme, but a legitimate survey that will collect important state-specific data on preventive health practices and risk behaviors that affect the adult population, such as diabetes, tobacco use, and obesity. This information will support public health programs and policies that are instrumental in meeting the health needs of Guam residents. So if you receive the call, please do your part in helping our island live healthier by participating in this random telephone survey. Ad made possible through the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Call 735-7289 for more details.
The mission of the GNYFF is to develop the kids through discipline, skill set, and in overall just to help them out in life.
Just last year we participated in the FIFA World Cup qualifiers, and for the first time we brought those matches to Guam. All of that starts with our local youth clubs, and so we have our Triple J Auto Group, Robbie Weber Youth Soccer League.
Seeing the kids get inspired by the sport of football, and then seeing them progress into the high school level, and you see that level of play actually elevate.
You see such pure joy in these kids. You know, they're running, they're kicking the ball, they're just having loads of fun, and then in the background you can see all the parents cheering for them. It's something that the whole community can get behind.
It's a mutual relationship.
When you touch the life of one person, you create a ripple effect that touches the lives of many, and that makes all the difference. Triple J customers are people first.
Follow KUAM News on Twitter or become a fan on Facebook to get all your daily headlines from Guam's News Network.
Former senatorial and Ag Advice mayoral candidate Derek Baza Hills and Sarah Mae Uche were back in court. They were arrested last year for allegedly using forged prescriptions to try and obtain oxycodone. Both were scheduled for a change of plea No action was taken for Uche because her attorney was not present. Hales will have to make an appointment to meet with an evaluator to determine if he's eligible for the adult drug court program. That provides rehab services to include screening and assessment, as well as therapeutic services geared to first-time possession defendants. If they plead guilty, it would be held until they successfully complete the program. Once completed, their cases could be set aside, dismissed, and expunged. Their next appearance is March 14th.
A 31-year-old man remains in stable condition after his car ran off the roadway and into a tree early Monday morning. According to police spokesperson AJ Balahaja, the crash occurred just after 4 in the morning near the Agania Boat Basin. The victim appeared to have been ejected from the 2007 Mazda 3. He was transported to Naval Hospital.
The administrator of GITA, Jay Rojas, will represent the governor during tomorrow's 2016 senior plenary session of the Interagency Group on Insular Affairs meeting in the nation's capital. Say that 3 times fast. Assistant Secretary for Insular Areas, Esther Kia'aina, will partner with various federal officials and lead discussions with territorial leaders on economic policy and development issues that face the territories.
Governor Calvo instead will be making his way to Palau to attend the 21st Annual Micronesian Chief Executive Summit. That summit is composed of the chief executives from the CNMI, Palau, the Marshall Islands, the FSM, and Guam. The primary purpose is to coordinate and implement regional strategies to assist member jurisdictions in areas such as health, workforce development, and energy, as well as invasive species. Governor Calvo will be attending with the Guam delegation from different government agencies.
Well, our coconut trees are fondly called the tree of life. They're even on the Guam seal, obviously. And from the bottom of their trunk to the tips of their leaves, our ancestors used the coconut tree for food, clothing, shelter, and even medicine. And today, the coconut tree is that and so much more. While ecologically, the tree holds down our shorelines and economically serves as an ideal island backdrop that draws millions of tourists to our beaches every year. The beloved tree, however, is being threatened by a beetle introduced to the island nearly a decade ago, as Crystal Paco continues her special segment dedicated to Invasive Species Week.
They feed on Guam's most beloved greenery, and their appetites are deadly. Little horns and a hard-shell body, they're appropriately called coconut rhinoceros beetle. Prior to making Guam their home in 2007, the beetle was reported in many parts of Asia, including the Philippines. It was accidentally introduced to Palau, Samoa, and Australia. Although they were initially found in Tumon, Guam's seen the species island-wide and spikes in the population as a result of heavy winds and rains from typhoons that leave mounds of green waste, the ideal place for beetle breeding. The adult beetles feed on the heart of the tree, which explains why affected trees have triangular sections when they open. Severe attacks by the rhino beetle kill the palm and have resulted in dozens of trees to be cut down island-wide. That's why it's going to take an island-wide effort to beat the beetle and save the coconut tree. You at home can do your part by getting informed from sites like www.cnas-re.uog.edu. You can also manage green waste around your home and protect your palms by making traps with supplies found at hardware stores. University of Guam Cooperative Extension Service Extension Agent Roland Kitagwa.
People have good intentions, but they don't quite understand the basic principles and biology about this beetle and its interaction and with the tree and the environment. So, for example, people think, well, the coconut trees are dying, so we need to plant more coconut trees.
And expect to be seeing more of Kitagwa and his team in 2016.
My goal for 2016 is going to be doing village meetings and to be developing, more, reaching out to the schools and working with them so that we can then educate the public more. Because in the past, our problem has been we did not have any control strategies or methods, and we had a hard time understanding why this beetle was not responding to traditional control methods. But now we have a better understanding.
Ultimately, controlling invasive species like the rhinoceros beetle is everyone's responsibility.
Everyone has to do their part, and that's what's important. Invasive species is everyone's responsibility. And the impacts, what are the impacts? It's far-reaching. The coconut, if we lose the coconut trees, they're the ones that hold the shoreline for storm surges. And now we're talking about climate change. We're talking about stronger weather events. So what's going to hold us shorelines?
If you want more information on the program, call 735-2080. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
Stay tuned if you are a lover of sports, because we have a really big surprise for you. Sports is going to get a little interesting tonight.
Keep it here.
Introducing the new unlimited LTE data plan from GTA. Get unlimited data with no throttling on GTA's LTE network. Unlimited calls and texts, including calls to the US, for only $90 per month. Just another example of GTA's commitment to providing you the best. Visit gta.net/unlimited LTE for details.
Insure your auto or home with Alpha Insurers and get more chances to win awesome prizes with Alpha's Switch, Spin, and Win. Alpha Insurers will draw 3 winners every week and 1 monthly grand prize winner to spin Alpha's prize wheel for a chance to win an iPad mini, flat screen TV, gas cards, and so much more. Just switch or renew your auto or home insurance with Alpha Insurers and you automatically qualify. It's that easy. Call 477-8701 or 637-8833 for more details and you could be a winner for Alpha's Switch, Spin, and Win.
It's an event so big, it's presidential. It's Cars Plus President's Day sale going on now in Mighty. Drive home a new 2016 Hyundai Accent today, starting at $12,995 or $79 per paycheck. Or the totally new 2016 Hyundai Sonata, starting at $21,888 or $133 per paycheck. Buy now and you won't make a payment for 90 days. Plus, all new Hyundais come with Guam's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. It's our President's Day sale going on all month at Cars Plus in Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Ruby Tuesday now gives you more for lunch. Endless trips to the Fresh Garden Bar, plus add-ons, mini combinations, and even new meal options. It's the new lunchtime menu, available Monday to Friday until 2 p.m., only at Ruby Tuesday.
Reduce your energy costs with GPA's Energy Sense program. Energy Sense provides cash rebates with the purchase of qualified energy-efficient air conditioners, washers, and dryers that help reduce your energy usage. Contact GPA today at 647-5787, 8 or 9 to learn more about Energy Sense and other ways to help reduce your monthly energy usage and save money by using energy more efficiently. For more Energy Sense saving ideas, visit GuamPowerAuthority.com or like us on Facebook. Energy Sense makes good sense.
What's that?
What? That? A hat? Do you like my hat?
No, that. They're towing our car.
We haven't gone so far.
What's going on?
We can't afford to have it fixed because it's out of warranty.
Stop making excuses. Trade in your car at Guam Auto Spot for a brand new Mitsubishi Lancer with a 5-year, 60,000-mile warranty. Make us an offer. Fill in the blank. What's your payment?
Hapaday, Guam, and beyond. My name is Chris Barnett, sitting in for the one and only and vacationing Dave Delgado, KUAM Sports. Of course, a big, huge show tonight for you. I mean, it's like this big. We got Daytona 500, double AG boys basketball. But first, let's kick it off with a little bit on women's rugby. Congrats to the Guam National Women's Rugby team as they took second place in the Chennai Asian Rugby Development 7 Series tournament in India yesterday. The women's rugby team won their pool, but eventually lost to South Korea in the tournament finals match, 24-19. Way to go. Team Guam had 4 players in the top 10 scoring for the tournament, with Miss Guam World, Aria Perez-Tyson, Olivia Flores, Erica Kitsusu, and Dione Kitagwa combining for 20 tries. Now, Team Guam also led Pool C play with 11 tournament points, finishing ahead of Nepal, India, Indonesia, and South Korea. Now, Team Guam is scheduled to arrive tomorrow night, so be sure to watch KUAM Sports for more on this historic win for our island and find out what it means for the future of women's rugby on Guam. And moving right along, let's keep it local and look at some double AG boys basketball action. Kobe Sotelo to Jiang Dong Lin, back to Sotelo, past that Ducci left-hand side to Daniel Villanueva to nothing but net. Islanders now, Arigel Grape driving, ouch, count it. With a side order of foul. Harvest now playing keep away. Villanueva to Santos. Backsies. Villanueva to Sotelo. All alone downtown for 3. Got him. Islanders now. Billy Belger drawing the D, but he kicks it back out to Nolan Chamberlain. Nice footwork. Backboard. Such a close game, folks. Harvest knocking. Sotelo to Santos. From the top. Triplets. JFK, good save to Belger. Way back. Put ball. Hole. Count him. JFK with the win, 59-58. To winning co-ed hoops, Ambrose versus MacTech and MacTech's Felicia Borja. If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. Damn, Felicia. Ambrose now, Jesse Guevara to a wide open Brandon Cruz. Set, match, point, 3 of them. Ambrose again, wide open again, Brandon Cruz. This guy's open more than a 24-hour Payless. MacTech now, Tito Canovas from way back there. That should have been a 4-pointer. That's how far back that was. Canovas, don't you just hate it when that happens? Ball moseying around, finding Canovas in the corner. Fake for 3. His hand is on fire. Meanwhile, Ambrose, the Brandon Cruz show continues. He's hot, and they keep feeding him and feeding him and feeding him. MacTech now, the pass to Canovas, of course, way back, and it's in. It's always in with this guy. MacTech again, nice pass to Canovas. He's going to do something different and not shoot a 3-pointer, and of course, it's in. Ambrose, though, with the win, 79-52. All right, let's head over to some bowling news now as master bowler J. Leon Guerrero is now Budweiser's king of the lanes after he fended off a challenge from R.J. Santos. Santos was seeking a back-to-back run at the monthly title. That didn't happen, and 4th seed Mike Gumatata was crowned Bud's Prince of the Lanes after he beat 7th seed Ryan Gonzalez. The title is Mike Gumatata's first of the year. Congratulations. All right, let's take a turn here. National sports, Daytona 500. Here we go. And I know I'm not the only one who watches for the crashes. Rubbernecking. Dale Earnhardt Jr. slides out of contention at lap 170. And 14 laps later, Danica Patrick also spinning out on lap 184. A final lap action here. Matt Kenseth knocked from the lead as Denny Hamlin defeats Martin Truex Jr. by 0.01 seconds. All right, do the math on that. That is the closest finish in Daytona 500 history. That right there is a close call. Woo! All right, and we have reached the finish line here at KUAM Sports. Once again, my name is Chris Barnett for the vacationing. Dave Delgado, remember, you got anything sports? Shoot me an email, malfunction@kuam.com. Until tomorrow, adios.
This is iPhone 6S. Not much has changed, except it feels different. Now you press lightly to peek and deeper to pop. It changes how easily you can peek a flight, check a post, search for dinner. Ooh, you guys are gonna love that place. You can find a getaway easier. Yeah, go there. And find music easier. Wait, are you listening to your own song?
No, I was, hello?
So pretty much everything you do feels different. And that's what's changed.
Welcome to Nissan Sign and Drive event. No money down. All we need is your signature and drive away. And we'll make your first payment. Drive away. Nissan's luxury Sentra sedan starting at just $59.69 with just your signature and enjoy up to 40 mpg. Loaded with all the tech you need to keep you connected to the world. And your first payment's on us. There's more great deals on the full line of Nissan cars, trucks, and SUVs. So start the new year right with a free car payment from Nissan. See your favorite salesperson for details at Nissan Guam.
I am Tatliner.
I'm a baller.
I'm a golfer.
I'm swimmer. Hey, neighbor.
We are parents of an athlete.
I am a coach.
We are volunteers.
Let me win. Can I win?
Let me be brave in the attempt.
Make a difference in an athlete's life. Be a part of Special Olympics Guam.
Keep our dreams alive.
Get involved today.
Get ready. It's time to party, to rally, to run in paradise. 5K, 10K, half marathon, and full marathon. All the fun in one great run, in one great half-a-day experience. Register today for the Guam International Marathon on April 10th.
Hey ho, on the road again. Moving on. Forward. 6 stones won't break a bone. We're in the car on a highway. It's a magical feeling that no one's got a home. You're a careless to your happiness, you know. 'Cause it's your heart, it's a lie, it's something wrong. And all my world is first
Honey, stripes or something?
so late.
Introducing Pizza Hut Stuffed Garlic Knots Pizza.
Come on, gotta go. Hold on, can you yeah.
An appetizer and pizza all in one. Mix a night in, feel like a night out.
Just started on the appetizer.
16 hand-rolled cheese-stuffed garlic knot appetizers baked into the crust of a large one-topping pizza. The new stuffed garlic knots pizza, an unbelievable amount of food, just $18.99. Only at Pizza Hut.
We got a lot of birthday shout-outs to get to tonight, so let's get right to it. And there are many to read, and that is not a problem at all. Giovanni Jarek Virai, happy 17th birthday to you. Also, Aria Jarizna, happy sweet 22nd birthday to you, our little princess. And Madeline Sablan Ongakta, a.k.a. Auntie Maddie, has a birthday.
Happy birthday to Naomi Kitts, coming from her loving Bloss family and friends here on Guam and off island. Also, happy birthday to our very own Sean Taitano and Asha Robles.
Asha should have wore the hat backwards too, because then they could be like, twins. I'm sure they appreciate that right now. Maricel San Augustine, happy belated birthday to you from your family. Jesse S. Uggan, also happy birthday to you, sir. Nice smile. Jerry Amnauta has a birthday, and your family hopes it will be good.
Happy birthday to Zoe Matthews, celebrating her 10th birthday. What a beautiful girl. And happy birthday to Joseph Bamba. Love your wife, Pony, sons, grandkids, and the Ogo family.
All right, now you want to stay tuned because coming up next on KUAM News Extra, a really cool student film by the talented kids at Ukadu High School, and interviewing them will be you.
It's a good show. Stay tuned.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&D.
Off it, everybody, and welcome to the final 30 minutes of the KUAM News Hour. In our show tonight, we've got several people joining us in studio, including students from Ukadu High School. They're going to be talking about a movie that they produced. It's called As of Now. We'll tell you where you can watch that movie. We've also got our friends from the University of Guam Endowment Foundation. They're going to be talking about a 5K that they're holding to raise money as part of Charter Day festivities. Also, if you didn't get a chance to attend the Teens in High School talent show last Friday, oh my goodness, you missed out. We've got the lip sync throwdown between Lieutenant Governor and the Superintendent of Education, John Fernandez. But before we get this show started, here's Nestor Lecanto with Business Matters.
Business Matters, presented by the Guamanian Magazine.
United Airlines recently unveiled its new fleet of refurbished 737 aircraft. The carrier spent about $1 to $2 million each for complete interior makeovers of the 11 planes. The upgrades include all-leather seats, special reconfigured seating for medical transports, and individual entertainment consoles throughout the cabin. Senior Vice President for Technical Operations Charles Duncan flew in for the event. He is no stranger to Guam, as the former president and CEO of Continental Micronesia prior to the merger of the two airlines.
In a very personal way, I was on Guam, loved working here, and my job was eliminated in effect. And with the merger, and I moved to Chicago and took on a different role. And so I like to joke to my friends in Chicago that I moved my family from the beautiful island of Guam, and I truly do love this place, to Chicago. And I'm happily still married. My wife is putting up with the Chicago winters, but we really so miss this place. And so on a personal level, the merger has been very impactful.
It has been more than 5 years since Continental merged with United. Duncan says the consolidation has been tough, but necessary.
The merger has been very good for both companies, for Continental and United. In the decade before the merger, from 2001 to 2010, Continental made money 2 years out of 10. United made money 1 year out of 10. And that was true of the whole airline industry. We were unprofitable. We had a history of Chapter 11 bankruptcies. And so the merger has made us stronger.
He says they knew going in that putting two big airlines together would be a lot of work, but he never imagined it would be this much.
Candidly, we're not done yet. We've made great strides in the last couple of years, many months, and you feel a very positive momentum, a very positive energy in the company right now. But it's been hard work, and I know I speak for all of my colleagues that this merger's been rewarding, certainly, but none of us want to go through one of these again.
One of the issues that remains unresolved is a contract with the flight attendant unions. Duncan says they hope to get a deal as soon as possible, but he couldn't say how close they are.
One of the really important things is that our flight attendant groups have not combined into a single joint collective bargaining agreement, JCBA we call it, and ultimately that has had impacts on our employees here that are regrettable, honestly, and ultimately, we are really focused. We have a new CEO in Oscar Munoz, and we've been redoubling our efforts with the flight attendant union to get a combined contract, which will take away a lot of these restrictions we have.
In other developments, Duncan agrees the global plunge in fuel prices has helped the airline industry's bottom line. And he says this has resulted in some decreases in ticket prices.
It certainly has been a good thing for us. There's no doubt about it. There are some negative aspects as well. So things like our fuel surcharges on tickets have come down. Our Houston hub, which is a really important part of United, is also impacted because oil companies are traveling a lot less. So on balance, the drop in oil has been, certainly helpful for us. But there are also some trade-offs, that go the other way as well. Market by market, the fares are set competitively, and industry data has shown that overall average ticket prices, have been declining. We call it RASM, our revenue per seat mile. So we have seen some declines.
Duncan says it's the cyclical nature of the airline business, and through those ups and downs, he seems confident that the merged Continental United will remain committed to Guam and Micronesia.
We've got almost 1,000 people here on the island, and it's a long-standing presence dating back to 1968. And we've been through a lot, and certainly even with the merger with United, we've had different names and logos over the building and whatnot. But our commitment and our focus to Guam, really are unchanged. They are unwavering, and we just personally, and even my boss, both of us, our COO Greg Hart, lived here in Guam. We both even survived Typhoon Paka together in '97, and we've just got deep roots here.
For KUAM's Business Matters, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Business Matters, presented by the Guamanian Magazine.
Stay tuned, everybody. Up next, we've got students from Ukadu High School joining us in studio to talk about their movie, As of Now.
This program is brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
Sunday barbecues are better when there's more than enough bandwidth to share. Sign up for GTA Fiber to the neighborhood today and enjoy faster internet on more devices. GTA, your island, your faster fiber network.
Your favorites will always be here. But this one won't last long.
McDonald's Filet-O-Fish is perfect for Lent. Get it with fries and a drink for only $5.99 for a limited time.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
She's in the shell.
This is going to be bigger than drones.
It's gonna be bigger than Mars Landing!
She's in the shell. This is going to be bigger than James Harden's beer.
This is going to be bigger than those things.
This is going to be bigger than the first
Dude,
That's going to be bigger than the internet.
Deal with it. La Quesalupa, it's gonna be bigger than everything.
Half a day, everybody, and welcome back to KUAM News Extra. I'm really excited about this segment because in studio with us, we have a group of high school students from Ukudu High School to tell us about this movie that they produced. So what we're going to do first is we're going to pass around the mic and have everybody introduce themselves and tell us the role that you're playing.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm Tristan Gonzalez, and I am the director of the film.
My name is Roy Pangnivan, and I play Jillian Perez.
My name is Rai Santos, and I play Caleb Santos.
My name is Dylan Ogden, and I play Christian Hayes in the film.
My name is Vanessa Alcorn, and I play Layla Rivera.
Okay. Tristan, you said you were the director and you wrote a majority of the script. Tell us what is As of Now about.
Well, As of Now is basically about 5 high school seniors who attend Oceana High School. They're a bunch of friends, but like individually they face what every average teenager faces, like problems at home, school and relationships and all of that. And along the way, along their high school journey, these friends, they basically find out what's going on and they help each other before graduation.
What was, I guess, the motivation? Why did you decide, I think I want to write this movie and I want to tell this story?
There's really no motivation, but like during summer, my group of friends, like my film friends, we wanted to write a short film so we can, send it to UOGFF and all that stuff. But I was like, why make a short film if we have all of our friends? I know they'll be down to do this, and let's make a bigger project and make a feature film.
Okay.
So that's what motivated me.
Well, let's talk to the cast and start with your roles and how close does it mirror, I guess, your real life. I'll start with you.
So my character's name is Jillian Perez, and her character is basically like she's the overachiever of the group. She concentrates on school and only school, and nothing can basically distract her from it. And that was her motive. She was always at the top. She was always used to being at the top. And throughout the movie, she faces struggles. People enter her life in the movie, and it might have maybe distract her from her concentration, which is school. And basically that's about it. She's just all about school and only school.
Distraction, we're talking boyfriend?
Maybe. I think we're gonna have to watch the movie to see.
Okay, let's pass it right.
My character is Caleb. He's like he's the captain of the basketball team, gets the girls, and
Get the girl.
some simple stuff. Yeah, that's basically it. He's just like the man of the group and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
My character is Christian, and he's basically the new kid in the group, and he's like a transfer from private school because he was bullied for being himself. And basically he's like a really organized and non-shy person who's really good at making friends. And I think one of the challenges the only challenge he faces is the fact that some people can't accept him for being homosexual.
Okay.
My character's name is Layla, and I'm the creative friend of the group. I'm an artist. I like to draw, but I face a problem later down the line due to my mother's passing.
Oh, wow. Sounds pretty deep.
Oh wait, then there's one more character. His name is Oliver Flores, which is played by Keone Paulino.
Okay.
He's off island right now, but his character is basically he faces domestic violence at home, so it is harder for him to open up to people. And these friends these friends help him realize what he has in store for himself.
How supportive has the school been with the production of this movie, and I guess your peers, your classmates?
Well, the parents have been really supportive about it. Yeah, they're actually, some of them are in the movie, so
nice.
yeah, they helped us along the way. Our advisors helped us a lot. Some students at Ukudu High School, even the juniors from Ukudu High School helped us too, not just the seniors. It's like a whole school. Like, we all came together as a family and we helped each other out.
Okay. As of now, where did the title come from? How did you come up with that?
Well, as of now, It was the original short film my friend Keanu and I made last year, but I guess it didn't work out. So then when we were along the way making this feature film, we're like, oh man, we need a title fast, you know, like it's gonna get out there. We're like, why don't you use the title from our short film, As of Now? We're like, it relates because, you know, it's senior year, everything's happening as of now, it's our senior year. So we kind of based it off, our senior year.
Okay.
And what we face, or like what we experienced through Ukuru's high school life, not just everyone, just Ukuru high school life.
Okay. Well, we have got the trailer for As of Now. Let's check it out.
Senior year. The last chapter of our high school lives. The year where we all graduate, think about college, and stress over projects. Those are the typical, you know. But for me, senior year is more than just that. It's discovering who we truly are. And most importantly, knowing who's always been right beside you.
Hey, I'm Christian. Come, Chris.
Hey, what's up, dude? Yes. I swear, if you don't back off,
I've known you forever. I know what's up with y'all.
I said from the beginning that you'll be a distraction. Now, I'm losing my place at the top.
Well, what a way to end your senior year. Awesome, with the movie. So where can people watch this?
It'll be premiered March 19th and the 20th at UOG Lecture Hall.
Okay. Any final comments you want to make about As of Now and the movie that you guys have put together?
We just wanted to thank everyone for the support, and we really hope this film blossoms into something bigger than what we've ever thought.
Okay.
Yes.
Any final comments? No? Well, thank you guys for coming in, and please make sure to check out the movie at the University of Guam. You can have more information. Do you guys have a website or anything that people can go to? Facebook? No? Okay, well then just come to KUAM's Facebook page and we'll post all the information you need to know to check out the movie. Stay tuned. We're back with more after this.
Smiling is a natural response to joy, happiness, and excitement. Your smile reveals a lot about who you are. A healthy, beautiful smile can brighten your appearance and be an invitation to conversation and friendship. It is often one of the first things people notice about you. Now, thanks to the advancements in dentistry, you can have the smile you have always wanted, giving you an improved smile that looks and feels great.
My silver fillings that I have, they're getting older in my mouth and I need to replace them. So I've started to do that and I've replaced them with the white fillings and I've had really great success with that. It looks good, they feel natural, and it kind of goes hand in hand with the bleaching. I want a white look all around my mouth.
Good day, everybody, and welcome back to KUAM News Extra. The University of Guam is preparing to celebrate its 48th Charter Day, and what a better way to kick it off than having a 5K. And joining us in studio to talk about that is University of Guam Endowment Foundation's Director, Janice Sablon, and the Director of the UOG Endowment, UOG's Director of Development and Alumni Affairs, my good friend, Norman Analista. Thank you guys for coming in studio.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Well, I guess let's start first with the theme for this year's Charter Day.
Well, when we were coming up with the idea, we wanted to emphasize the fact that we have this one great university, but there are 16,000 alumni, and there are so many people that play a part. There is so much faculty and staff and current students. So we went with the theme Triton Spirit, one university, many voices, just to highlight the diversity that's at the university.
And so your part and role in this is to help bring a lot of those
yes,
voices.
Bree, you know, since the University of Guam's founding almost 64 years ago, we've graduated well over 16,000 alumni. And so, you know, granted, not everybody who graduated from the university is still with us or is even still on island, but we're really making this extra special appeal to those who are here to be a part of this 5K, to come back home, to see the many amazing transformations on campus, not just the facilities, but even the landscape, and also to reconnect with friends. So we really want them to participate in this particular 5K.
Right, well, we've got quite a few graduates from the University of Guam, so I'll make sure to hit them up.
Yes, thank you.
Make sure they attend. so give us the details about the 5K.
Okay. Well, to launch off the festivities, this is going to be actually, I think, the 4th annual Charter Day 5K. And so it's really a fun run walk. The path takes you around the field house, down through the Marine Lab.
That's the fun part.
Yeah, that's the fun part, yeah. For some not so much. And then back up around the campus again, and leading back to the field house. So it's showtime's at 5 a.m. It's at on March 6th. I'm sorry, Sunday, March 6th, 5 a.m. showtime, and go time is 6 a.m. And we wanted to do some additional things because we know there are so many 5Ks out there, and they're, you know, all for really great causes. So we kind of looked at what are some needs of people who usually participate with 5Ks. And one of my good friends, Tara, she does a lot of 5Ks. She suggested childcare. And so I know that for me, when my kids were small, it was always prohibitive to do 5Ks because I'm like, where am I going to put my kids? And then we have the resource at UOG to assist with childcare with the Association of Early, I always mess it up, it's AEYC, Association of the Education of Young Children. So these are students at the university who are going to be teachers for early childhood. And so we asked them, would you consider coming in and helping us with some childcare? And they love the idea because it's getting hands-on, and getting the kids in there. So yeah, we will offer childcare, and all of that's available on Eventbrite.
Okay. Well, so where are the proceeds from the event going to?
We're raising funds for the newly renovated Triton Fitness Center. So when that was renovated at the UOG Cowboy Fieldhouse, you know, most of the costs for the actual fitting out of the space, that's where the money went for that. But then we wanted to have some new equipment, and a lot of the equipment that was there was really just refurbished equipment. The students are really using the facility. It's highly used. And so we're going to use the money for this to buy some new equipment for them, and it'll go to a great cause.
Okay, so what? Just going back real quickly to the childcare, because that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
What's the age group?
We're doing 2 years old to 8 years old, and then it'll be at the field house. So the students will be, the kids will be broken up into categories. So we'll have 2 to 4-year-old, and then 5 to 8-year-old in 2 separate rooms, and then we'll provide snacks as well.
Okay, and where do you register?
Okay, you can register on eventbrite.com, and you'll see our UOG banner there. And then you can also register at the UOG Cowboy Fieldhouse in the main office, or at the UOG bookstore.
Okay, any final comments?
Yeah, you know, Bree, I just wanted to point out that we're always finding different ways to engage our alumni, to bring them back into the fold. And, you know, we've had various galas, mixers, and so forth. This is another type of event that's going to appeal to those who are actively pursuing healthier lifestyles and, you know, family-friendly type events. So we're really hoping that they take advantage of this opportunity. So please, if you're watching this and you're not doing anything on March 6th, come on down. We want to see you at our 5K.
Oh, we have one more thing. if you are not a runner, you don't participate in 5Ks, but you feel it's a worthy cause to help the students of UOG get the equipment that they need, you can also go on to Eventbrite and just make a contribution in order to stay home on that Sunday morning and have your coffee and your PJs and just make that contribution. You can do that as well. So we encourage that.
But you won't be able to get one of those shirts, and they're really cool. I want to make sure everybody
Yes,
gets
you
a
know
chance
what? Yes, I'm going to show. Yeah, I'm going to show the shirt. But in lieu of that, because somebody asked us that on Facebook. So what we said is, we will raffle off 5 of these shirts to people who make a contribution but don't come to the run. You can still have a chance to win a shirt.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Good to see
Thank
you.
you,
Thank you so much.
Stay tuned. Coming up next, we'll have highlights from the lip sync battle between the Lieutenant Governor Ray Tenorio and Superintendent John Fernandez. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your 4th meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Moss.
Weaving. It's a form of art, abstract, functional, creative, learned and shared from one generation to another. With every strand, every twist, every fold, behind every woven piece is a story. Who I am, who we were, and who we are as a community, as Pacific Islanders. At the 2016 Festival of the Pacific Arts,
I will share my story.
When you come to Chuck E. Cheese's, you can see what's new.
New fun! New games! New cousins!
What's new?
New awesomeness!
Where a kid can't be a kid.
It's an event so big, it's presidential. It's Cars Plus President's Day sale going on now in Mighty. Drive home a new 2016 Hyundai Accent today, starting at $12,995 or $79 per paycheck. Or the totally new 2016 Hyundai Sonata, starting at $21,888 or $133 per paycheck. Buy now and you won't make a payment for 90 days. Plus, all new Hyundais come with Guam's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. It's our President's Day sale going on all month at Cars Plus in Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Hafaday, and welcome back. And finally tonight, if there are 3 things that we can learn from last week's Teens in High School Talent Show, it's that 1, our teens are tremendously talented. 2, that the Superintendent of Education can nene. And 3, the Lieutenant Governor of Guam probably shouldn't perform an 80s song at a lip sync battle for high school students. Don't believe me? Just watch.
I get down on my knees to you. Get down on my knees. If you would only love me like you used to do, you would only love me, love me. We had a love you don't find every day. A love you don't find. So don't let it slip away, away. I said, baby, I'm begging you, please. I'm begging you, please. I need your love. I need your love. I need your love. So bring it on back. Bring it on back. Now bring it on back. Now bring it on back. You got to bring back that love and feeling. Oh, that love and feeling. Bring back that love and feeling, 'cause it's gone, gone, gone. And I can't go on. When let Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them good girls, straight masterpieces. Stylin', wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And I'm bad about that. Break it down. Girl, said you hallelujah. Girl, said you hallelujah. Girl, said you hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, oh! Stop. Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take yourself, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show up. Smoother than a fresh drop skipping. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Bitch, say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. I'm a fan about that. Let's break it down. Girl, said hallelujah.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E,